What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another video. I'm gonna rant for quite a bit about Kamen Rider Zeztz episode 35. I'm late to the party, but I wanna ramble about this episode. Okay? I'm gonna focus on one specific scene. Now, in any case that anyone hasn't seen this episode just yet, then I highly recommend that you catch up on the latest episodes because there are gonna be spoilers. Okay? Just so you know. I mean, it's been basically 2 weeks since, stuff has gone down in the show. And yeah, I want to rant. So, anyways, I'm gonna focus on this specific part of the episode, which would be the ending. Okay? So, how did episode 35 end? So, for that, I need to show you guys Lord 6. Okay? By the way, this is my custom Lord 6, so this is unique to me. This is my original design. Original, quote unquote. But anyways, yeah, it involves Lord 6. Okay? So, if you have noticed, like, for a few episodes, Lord 6, aka Kureha, has been out of action. So, a highlight in this episode is that she comes back and, well, she faces off against Baku on code orders, of course. But Baku tries to get her to his side, knowing that she's only doing things under, orders by code, and like, he knows that she is basically being controlled, or, well, again, like, Baku is trying to make Kureha see the truth. But yeah, so they do end up battling each other again. So yeah, a battle between 6 and 7. But yeah, of course, Baku has the upper hand, considering that he has his final form, and Kureha is still using the Lord 6 as is. And we all know how significantly more powerful a rider is in his final form, Baku in his X-Dream form. So, of course, the battle goes as expected. Baku overpowers Kureha, and yeah, but he tries to show mercy, and again, like, he's trying to convince her to join his side and tell him more about Code Somnia, basically. And then Lord 3 shows up. Of course, he's invisible because why not, right? So he tries to take out both Baku and Kureha by using his invisibility powers. But, well, Nox does come to save the day, or at least he was able to save Baku. But before that, okay, so for trying to even divulge information about Code Somnia, so 3 decides to eliminate 6. Well, again, that's what happens, as, of course, she is marked as a traitor by even attempting to divulge information to Baku about Code Somnia. This officially makes Lord 3 my personal enemy. Now, so again, Kureha has been out for quite a few episodes, only to bring her back and then eliminate her. Now, this is finalized as, like, Yuzuki Hirakawa on her social media posted pictures of, like, after, the shooting, after the filming of the episode. So she receives the bouquet of flowers, meaning that Kureha's time in the show is finished. I understand how busy Yuzuki Hirakawa is, and I think like the most recent outing she had, by the way, she was in a commercial for a moving company called Hikoshi no Sakai, and she was actually really adorable in that vid or in that commercial. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, she's always adorable, but yeah, you don't make a character like suspended for a few episodes only to bring her back one episode and eliminate her right then and there. She only lives on as an etching on the wall. And there's also that like actual thing that happened to her body. Now, typically like what would happen is, at least, as Sieg would show us, like every person that he eliminated in the dream, well, they ended up being eliminated in the real world as well, but like the body would still be there, and it would seem that they, passed away because of a heart failure. Kureha, on the other hand, turns into mush, leaving only her ring behind. Nothing was left. So, whether that's what happens to you when you either use Code Somnia or I don't know, it's just a side effect of what happened to her because of Three's capsum. I don't know. But nonetheless, yeah, her physical form is no longer physical. Okay? So, again, it's a really weird detail for Kamen Rider Zeztz to include, but again, that poses a question. Is that what happens to you when you use Code Somnia? Although, Kureha has never been shown using Code Somnia on her targets for whatever. In fact, like, what we see is actually like Code 5 using the Code Somnia to control a couple of people. And Lord 3, I think he was trying to, change everyone's memories and their perception of things so that, they remain unaware of what Code is actually doing. But again, I have never seen Kureha use Code Somnia herself. But yeah, like all this time she has been spending, she has been spending her time recuperating from injuries from like a previous battle uh, against Baku, really. But yeah, I hate this episode because of what they did. Again, I do understand how busy Yuzuki is with her schedule, but I don't know, like, did they run out of ideas? You know, uh, like, if they're going to eliminate her, like, I am fine with that idea. Like, they could have made her last like 2 3 more episodes, you know at least, if we're considering how busy she is, Yuzuki is in real life with all her projects and such. But yeah, like, it just felt too rushed for me, like, oh, she's back, yay, she's gone, no, and in the same episode, what the hell, you know yeah, I just went through a rush of emotions like that when I was watching episode 35, and like, whew. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna watch Kamen Rider Zeztz until the end. Like, we're at this point already, there's no turning back, and like, things are getting pretty intense. I just didn't like how they handled the end of this character. You know, like, again, like, I wasn't really expecting Kureha to turn into a female writer, but again, like, she could have been given the chance to work with Baku. And you know what's really tragic about this? You know, at this point, Nazca doesn't know it yet that her best friend, you know, like since high school, is now mush or an etching on the wall. You know, she has no idea that Kureha is gone. Now, there could still be a chance, like in the finale, considering that Zeke is back, you know, at least he is able to exist again within everybody's dreams. As long as you think of him, he can come back. They can do the same for Kureha. Now, again, Yuzuki posting that she received her bouquet from the staff of Kamen Rider Zeztz. Again, it's usually an indicator that an actor's time in their show is done. But, you know, I'm still hoping for that finale where at least, that she could still come back for one more appearance, and, being able to reunite with Nazca at least, and yeah, at least everybody's gonna be happy that way. So yeah, I think that's gonna be enough of my rambling for this video. I just wanted to get that off of my chest. So sorry guys if I'm emotionally charged because of that. But yeah, that's what happens when your favorite character is off, like, in the worst way possible. Again, I understand, like, behind, not really like behind the scenes, like there's definitely no problem, but it's Yuzuki's rather busy schedule. I mean, she's gotten quite popular, especially after King Oger. By the way, I do love that they referenced Rita Kaniska in the Agent Minami side story. I mean, uh, that's also probably the last we would see of Kureha in that. I'm hoping it's not, but either way, yeah. At least within the main show, she's a goner. For now, at least. For now, I'm not saying she can't come back. So, anyways, um, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video.